Hi guys, have you just launched a business or are in the process of launching a business and have no idea where to start with marketing? Well, you're not alone. It's very confusing and there's so much opportunity and avenues you could be taking. But in this episode, I'll be discussing the top 10 things you can be doing to market your business for free. Yep, no ad spend, no paid influencer posts. Everything is free in this episode. So you're really gonna wanna take some notes in this one, so grab a notebook now and I'll catch you in the episode. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Side Hustler's Handbook. I'm Emiley, your go-to girl for the marketing and business tips to help you hustle smarter, not harder. I release these episodes every week, so make sure you hit the subscribe button so you get more episodes like this straight to your inbox. Cool, so if you've just started a business, I'm sure you are getting caught up in the overwhelm of marketing with so many avenues you can be taking. It's very, very overwhelming. I totally feel you and I get it. I've been speaking to lots of small business owners who have been talking to me about this struggle of just not knowing where to even start with marketing their business. Often they opt for Facebook ads first because it seems like an easy win, but often they'll just be dropping money on something that gets them no results. So these top 10 strategies I have for starting your marketing strategy are going to be presented in order of priority. So start at number 1 and tick them off the list. To help you out, I've created a downloadable worksheet which you can click on the link in my description below, and in that it will go through these strategies and help you to plan out what you should be doing next in your marketing plan. So I'm a big fan of knowing what you need to know now, so please don't get caught up in this video and get even more bogged down with so many more things to do. Work through strategy 1, then strategy 2, and so on and so forth, and make it a really clear process rather than trying to do everything at once. I know I get sucked into that quite often because I want to try and do everything, and I think I can do everything, but I can't. And if you start spreading yourself too thin, you're not really going to achieve anything. So start at number 1 and work your way back down, okay? So strategy 1 is finding your niche. This is critical for you to do first. Work out who you're trying to target. Really nail that, because once you know who you're talking to, you can reach more people like that ideal customer. If you don't know who you're talking to and you're talking to too broad of a group of people, you're not really going to land with anybody. So really nail your niche first, and then you can always broaden your target market from there or create more segments. But let's not get caught up in that now because you've just started. So just focus on building your niche and working out who that person is. The key takeaway from this video is that you need to define who your avatar is, and once you know who that one person, that ideal customer is, you can actually talk to them so much more clearly and authentically and in a way that's actually going to get them to notice you. So really nail that first and then go on to strategy number 2. So strategy number 2 is creating a killer elevator pitch. So what I mean by this is creating a 1 or 2 line statement that really clearly defines what your product or brand is all about. So it may sound like a bit of an old school concept, elevator pitch, but it's still a very, very useful concept to tackle in your business, especially in the early stages. And especially if your product or service is a little bit complicated, if it's got multiple facets or, it's really technical, being able to nail that elevator pitch of exactly what you're trying to achieve, what your vision, what your mission is, and what product you're actually solving, that will help you so much in the long term, and something you really need to do at the start of your marketing for your business. In my video, Mastering Your Elevator Pitch, I go through this in a lot of detail of exactly what is the formula around creating an elevator pitch that is going to get cut through and going to really help you cement in your brain what you're trying to achieve. Sometimes we get a bit overwhelmed with a million different ideas and can't focus and create that 1 to 2 line description of what we're all about. So go back to that video, check it out, and yeah, you're going to be able to nail it when someone says, what is it that you do? What is your business? So strategy number 3 is creating a website that converts. So why is this not number 1? Well, you need to know your target market and you need to be able to nail your elevator pitch before you can even get on to creating a website. Now, you may have already created a website, especially if you have launched your business, or you may be in the process of kind of tinkering with it. My main piece of advice around website is to really nail your about page. So get that clear and make sure that it's really obvious what makes your product or brand different, what you're doing to help your customer, what problem are you solving. So get really, really clear on that, which is where the elevator pitch comes in. So also make sure you're simplifying your website. Don't make it too complicated, especially when you're just launching. It doesn't need everything when you launch, and it can stop you from actually progressing into seeing what customers' feedback is and what they like, what they don't like, where their questions are, those sorts of things. So it can actually be bad if you put too much effort into your website to begin with, because it means that you've spent a lot of money or a lot of time on creating something that may have parts of it that your customers don't actually need or want. So keep it simple, keep it a 1-page website to begin with. You can always add blogs and how-tos and all that sort of stuff later, but start really simple and nail that about page. If you'd love some feedback on your website, pop your URL in the comments below, as I'd love to check them out and give you a bit of advice. So I'm gonna, be commenting on as many as I can. So please pop your URL below and I'll check them out soon. Strategy number 4 is creating one social media account. So while it may seem really tempting to create an account for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Tumblr, Snapchat, everything, it's going to be so overwhelming, and for you to do it properly, you either need to hire someone to do it for you, or you're just going to be spreading yourself way too thin. So focus on one and nail that, and then you can always add more accounts. There's actually literally hundreds of social media accounts out there, so you're never going to be on all of them. So work out where your target market is playing. This is why finding your niche is number 1 strategy. So work out where your niche is playing. Are they on Instagram? Are they on Facebook? Are they on Snapchat or Pinterest? Or where are they searching for information about products like yours, or where are they getting that sort of inspiration? So if you can work out who you're targeting, you can work out where they're playing and then focus on that social media account before you try and grow into every platform. Check out my video, the top 7 social media networks and how to use them, which gives you the lowdown of the top 7 networks and who's playing in those networks. So you can really work out if your target market is a certain group of people, you can work out where they're going to be mostly in social media. Stop trying to do everything. You're starting a side hustle, a small business. Like, it's a big deal. Give yourself a break. You've got so much going on, and it'd be better to spend your effort and time on something that is going to convert and that you can do properly and learn from, than trying to do everything and not really nail it on any of them. So really pick one social network and go from there. Strategy number 5 is build your database. So while a social media presence is really important to get that reach and create social credibility by how many followers you have, you don't own your social audience. So Facebook and Instagram or whoever can change the algorithm at any time. And that can mean that you don't end up actually reaching all of your followers. So obviously in the last year, that has been a big issue with Instagram. When they changed the algorithm, a lot of people noticed that the reach of their posts was being diminished massively, which may sound really unfair, but at the end of the day, you're not paying for their platform. So they're trying to get more people paying for advertising. So it's one of those things, unfortunately, even if you spend a lot of effort on it, it can be taken away from you. You don't own it. Whereas your database, you own. So while you can send an email out to everyone on your database, they may not all open it, but at least everybody has received it. So it's really important to focus on building that database in everything that you're doing. So whether that's if you have a shop front or a studio or something, actually getting those email addresses from people, or getting people's email addresses when they come to your site, or offering downloadable freebies. So then they have to put in their email address to get that downloadable freebie, or a discount if they put their email in, and things like that. So that will really help you grow your database, and means you have a connected community of people that you can always engage with because you own your emails, okay? So I explain this more in a video called Instagram versus email database, and this goes into more detail about what's the sort of difference between having a social media account and having an email database. But if you'd really like me to create more content on how to grow your database, comment below and say, grow my database. That would be really helpful, and let me know if it's something you're actually interested in learning more about. So strategy number 6 is learn how to send automated emails. This is where you really got to get familiar with the email software that you're using. I personally use MailChimp because it's free, especially when you have a small database, which is so handy when you're starting out. I've used a few others, and I think MailChimp is fine for the functionality, especially in the free version. So start there. And with automated emails, there's 3 times you really should be sending automated emails, and that's when someone subscribes to your database, when someone buys from you or books into your service or whatever it is, and when they haven't come back or purchased for a while. So those are 3 key behaviors you could be targeting right now, and educating and getting people back to your site or booking in or buying more products. So start with those 3, and at least with a thank you or a hey, haven't heard from you in a while, or something like that email to begin with, and then you can always grow your automated emails once you become a bit more familiar with that. Strategy 7 is offering value. So as a small business, you can offer so much value to your customers that big businesses don't. So especially when you're in the early stages and only have a few customers, you can be giving them that wow experience that then they'll tell their friends about, or keep purchasing from you or buying into your service. So do things that don't scale. So what that means are things that you might not be able to do if you're a big business. For example, when someone purchases from you, actually email them directly from your own email and ask them what they think of your product. This is probably something you won't do if you had 1 million customers. Maybe it is somewhere where you'd like to spend your investment on that sort of customer service. But at least in the early stages, if you have 10 or 20 customers, sending out a personal email isn't that hard. So email them once they've used your product or received your product and say, hey, I'd love to know what you thought of it. How was the delivery process? What did you think of the product? Did it work for you? Love a testimonial, love you to post on social media, whatever it is, and make it really personal. So then they get to know you as a person, not just a brand. Another way you could do this is by adding a handwritten note to any physical products you might send them. I've received handwritten notes before with products, and I love it. I love it when they say something about the product that I've purchased, whether it be some tea, or they offer a suggestion, or go, hope you have a lovely weekend if they've sent it on a Friday, like anything personal like that. is really great and something that's going to really differentiate you from not only your competitors, but from the big guys out there, because they're not going to do that. So really make your product or service that wow experience, and offer so much value to your new and first customers. Strategy number 8 is develop sales promotions. So what this means is offering some sort of discount or incentive to purchase now. And you might want to tee these up with holiday periods or anything happening in the news out there, especially around your sort of industry. If it's a celebration, you know, like it's your first birthday or you've been in business for a month or whatever it is, create some sort of sales promotion that's really time sensitive. So why time sensitivity is important is because you don't want to give people too much time, because they'll put it in the I'll do that later basket. You want them to go, oh shit, I probably should do this right this second and buy this product or sign up to this thing. Because if you don't, they will just forget about it. And unfortunately, that's just the way consumers work. There's so many messages out there. You're not their number one priority most of the time. So if you can get them to jump onto your website as soon as you've sent out an email about some sales promotion, that's going to be your best ticket to getting them across the line and purchasing from you. Watch my video, Promotion Strategies to Increase Sales, which will give you some ideas of how you can run a promotion in your business. But one thing I'd really like you to take away from this particular strategy is to think of sales promotions as an experiment. So you really need to set up a hypothesis. So I want to achieve X dollar amount of sales within this sales promotion period. So not only is this a really good way for you to work out if it's actually worked or not, it's a good way to sort of be able to go, okay, maybe that particular holiday wasn't relevant to my target market, or maybe the promotion wasn't good enough, or maybe they like a buy one get one free rather than a discount, or whatever it is. You can kind of make those iterations and then work out what really works for your target market. And you'll find that if you keep testing this, you'll start to find a pattern. And don't think of it as a failure. If you send out a promotion and nobody takes you up on it, don't worry about it. Like, it didn't cost you anything to do it. So don't worry about it. It was a test. It was an experiment. That didn't work. What can we do next time to change it and make it better? Strategy number 9 is to take advantage of micro influencers. So just to be clear, an influencer isn't a celebrity. It is someone that is a normal person that has created a following. So whether that's on Instagram, on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, they are just a regular person and they have regular people who aspire to be like them. So they're not movie stars, TV stars, pop singers, that sort of thing. They're regular people. So what micro influencers are, though, are people that are regular people with smaller followings. So they might have 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 followers rather than hundreds of thousands of followers. And why I reckon targeting these guys, especially when you're new, they're probably not going to ask for money for product reviews or service reviews. So once you get to be an influencer of 100,000 followers, you start to charge people for that sort of thing. So when you've got someone that's got less than 5,000 followers, they're going to be more likely to do it for free for you. And they're also going to be likely to have a super engaged following. Once you get someone with hundreds of thousands of followers, often their following engagement drops significantly. There are some people out there that do have amazing engagement. But a lot of those people with big followings either have people that are following them for reasons that wouldn't really connect to your brand, or it could be they've paid for followers, or they just have so many people that are following them for a long period of time that they're not really engaging with what they're talking about. So targeting those micro influencers is a really great strategy, especially when you're new. So if you're feeling a bit stumped for ideas on how you can be targeting micro influencers or influencers, watch my video, How to Do Instagram Influencer Marketing. that is a mouthful. But have a look at that video and that will go through a step-by-step guide of how you can target those people. So strategy number 10 is time to collaborate. So I love collaboration. I think it's one of my favorite strategies for small businesses, especially when you're new, because even though it feels like you're the only person starting a business, you're not. So there's so many people out there that are going through the same struggles as you, and not only is it a really nice way to sort of voice those struggles and have a discussion and talk about your challenges and what you've done and how you could do things differently or what they've done that's worked, it's also a great way to leverage each other's following. So it allows you to do something for free that is gonna give you both a benefit. So whether it's a giveaway, an event, a interview, Instagram takeover, whatever it is, it will give you a chance to really develop a relationship with another small business and also leverage their audience. So my number one tip for finding these collaborations is to really attend industry events. I've been to so many with my blog Chief Active, so it was a healthy lifestyle blog. So I would go to a lot of free wellness events and meet so many people, and everyone's just so eager to share and connect and grow their own followings that they'll do anything with you, really. And so it's a really nice way to not only meet people but also to build your business. So that brings me to the end of this video. There's 10 strategies that you should be doing in that order while you start your business, and hopefully that gives you a really good head start on where you should be taking your business right now. You should do all these strategies before you start spending on Facebook or Instagram ads or Google ads or wherever you want to spend money on, because even though it sounds like, oh, I'm just dropping $50 on Facebook ads to reach more people, that's $50 you could be spending on an actual expert that can help you with your to actually grow your business. So dropping that $50, I've heard time and time again of people that have done that and it's done nothing for them, and they've just been like, oh, it was only $50. Yeah, but $50 adds up over time. And if you can nail all these strategies, you'll be in a much better place to work out who you're trying to target, what you're trying to achieve with Facebook or Instagram ads, and make it way more successful for you and with a better return on investment. So now I want to hear from you. Where are you at in my 10 strategies for starting marketing your business? Are you, ready to grow your database, or do you need to take a step back and really work out who your niche is? Comment below. I'd love to hear from you, to work out where you guys are at, so I know what sort of content will help you in the future. If you have any questions about marketing strategies, anything that I've discussed here or anything else, comment below. I'll get back to you. So please subscribe. I release these videos every Tuesday, so there'll be a new episode on your YouTube every Tuesday with lessons that I'm giving about marketing and business strategies that I'm getting asked all the time about. So if there's anything you'd like me to talk about, comment below. Otherwise, hit me up on kate@kateemiley.com and I can help you out with anything from there. So like this video if you got something out of it, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.